Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I'm going to give you an update on a story I covered that started last Wednesday. I think I covered this on Thursday. And it's involving this woman right here, who I had some choice words for. This woman that you see up here is Marketta Phillips. 41 years old, from Las Vegas, Nevada. Shout out Vegas. And this is the woman right here that you see. This Woodstock-headed chick is the one that stabbed to death this woman, this young lady right here, or this baby right here, I'm sorry. Journei Ross, 3 years old. Now, we did the story. She stabbed this kid up, did all kind of horrific things, almost like a horror movie. And I spoke and I said, you know, she didn't have to do what she did. Some people blaming mental illness and stuff like that. I'm going to show you today that this woman had proof. I'm going to show you proof that this woman knew what she was doing. Crazy as or not. But before we do that, let's go back to the original story, because I want you to see something which precludes into what I'm about to show you after that. Let's go back to the original story last week.
I'm sorry, so I should never ever had her around.
Jeremy Ross apologizing to Philon Whitson for exposing their 3-year-old daughter Journei, who they shared custody of.
She was on the spectrum, so she was nonverbal, but she communicated through music and she communicated through sign language.
To a woman who police say ended her life.
Why is this world so evil? She took my baby.
41-year-old Marketta Phillips charged with the little girl's murder. Ross says he and Phillips were in a romantic relationship on and off for the past year, a relationship he failed to disclose to Philon.
I can't see her grow up into the woman I knew she was going to be because of a woman I didn't even know.
She been staying with me for a year, you know. She watched Journei numerous times and stuff, but I guess I didn't know she was like a crazy case.
On Wednesday, he left Journei in Phillips' care at the apartment because he had to work.
I'll say, okay, here's the milk. The food is right here. Everything, no arguments, no nothing, you know. Everything was good.
But when he got home at 3:30, he walked into a nightmare.
I see some knives around here and stuff, you know. So I see blood on the knives. I'm like, why some blood? So I instantly run, checking my baby girl.
Metro released this arrest report detailing the crime scene. Detectives located multiple kitchen knives and a pair of scissors. 3 sheets of paper with notes in red marker were on the floor with the words, "See what happens when you blank with people's lives? Now we both have nothing." Written on a wall in the bedroom in blood, the words, "Everybody that played me is cursed." Ross called police, but there was nothing more he could do for their daughter, who had been stabbed multiple times. The gruesome scene replaying over and over again in his mind.
She was defenseless. She didn't deserve none of this. I wake up, I look for my baby. I'm still looking for my baby.
Let me stop it right there real fast. That's what we reported on last week, right? Now, I said this whole thing don't even sound right. I mean, it sounds right what happened, but as a man, coming from a male standpoint and dealing with a woman like that, and when the father said she ain't never did nothing like, I ain't think she was a crazy person or nothing like that, he has guilt, but it's kind of like he deflecting, because anybody with common sense would say, why would you have this type of chick around your daughter, right? Now, we ain't even got to the part where she went to court yet, which was yesterday. And all this information comes out that you'll see. But reason why I showed y'all that first part, he said that thing about her not being crazy. He ain't never seen nothing crazy about her. He hugging on her mom saying he apologized. And I said there was a lot of things wrong with this. First thing is, we read the arrest affidavit, remember? We read that. And then we read an article. They had a lot of information about what happened at the house and what the situation was. Now, you've seen the mother crying with the father. And for some odd reason, I'm not being funny. Why does the father and the killer, Marketta Phillips, look alike? I'm just saying. But anyway, the mother in the article says, it was stated that Marketta Phillips and the father been together for a year on again, off again, but they're roommates too. So this guy has been, getting his kid. He gets his kid sometimes for days on end. He goes to work. Marketta would watch the kid, right? Now, this is my thing. Looking at her, just that look in her face and stuff you about to hear on the phone, I would have been like, nah. First of all, I don't trust nobody around my kids. They can be around my kids, but I got to be there first, especially when, you dealing with somebody that you just met or whatever. And people are too trusting. Just because you see a person in a relationship from a standpoint of adult to adult, don't mean they got the same relationship with you, your kids from a child adult standpoint. Not a lot of people built for that. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Watch this. Mother says she ain't never met or seen the woman before. In a year, you ain't ever seen this woman? If my daughter is temporarily going over there and staying with her father and there's a woman there, I want to know who she is. You cannot tell me this guy didn't see the goofy shit she was doing and all this stuff, and the mother should have been introduced to that woman. It might have preserved the fact of this little girl getting hurt. But then again, you never know, because what she did was out of spite, and I'm going to prove it right now. Look, this is what happened in court yesterday.
The woman accused of stabbing the 3-year-old girl she was caring for told police she did it out of spite. That's according to the newly obtained arrest report. It says Marketta Phillips had an on-again, off-again romantic relationship with the child's father. She was watching 3-year-old Journei while he was at work. Police say he came home to find Phillips covered in blood and Journei unresponsive in the bedroom. Police say there were letters in the hallway leading into the bedroom, including a note that said, "Now we both have nothing." Phillips later admitted to killing the toddler, according to police, saying she snapped and did it to get back at the child's father.
Well, this was not her first run-in with the law. New 911 audio sheds new light on the incident that led to Phillips being placed on a 72-hour mental health crisis hold. It's a process used if someone is suspected of being a danger to themselves or others.
But she's pretty much have these psychotic, like these breakdowns, and her body moves everywhere. She's saying, I'm okay, but I'm just concerned.
Is she diagnosed with any mental illnesses?
I'm sorry?
Is she diagnosed with any mental illnesses?
I believe so.
Do you know what she has?
Okay. No, you need help. I'm making sure you're okay.
Phillips was in court this morning for the deadly stabbing. She's being held without bail. Her legal team waived a 15-day preliminary hearing, and she's expected back in court in May.
Well, the woman accused of stabbing and killing a 3-year-old appeared in court just this morning, and News 3's Fidel Moreno Meza was there. He's joining us now from the downtown Las Vegas area with the very latest on what happened today.
Hey, Latoya, well, Marketta Phillips appeared in court. Now, she is that woman that's being accused of stabbing that 3-year-old. We learned today that she will remain in jail without bond. Her attorneys saying that they need more time and more information before they can argue for bail. Phillips also briefly speaking during today's hearing when asked by the judge if she had received a copy of the criminal complaint, she simply stated yes. Phillips being accused of stabbing and killing 3-year-old Journei Ross last Wednesday at an apartment complex near Eastern and Flamingo. The coroner listing Journey's cause of death as multiple stab wounds. And investigators say that Phillips was supposed to be taking care of the 3-year-old when the stabbing allegedly happened. Journey's father was not home but returned to find his daughter stabbed. Now, during Phillips's first appearance in court last week, we heard from both of the toddler's parents.
I have to sit here and explain how a woman I didn't even know took my baby from me. I didn't even know her, and she took my baby.
She been staying with me for a year, She watched Journei numerous times and stuff, but I guess I didn't know she was a crazy case, Like, I knew she had a couple episodes, but nothing on as severe like that,
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I can't stand when people speak about something, a lot of times when it's a crime, and they try to take the common sense standpoint out of it when they're speaking. I believe this dude is lying. I believe he's lying because this don't even sound right for adults with supposed to be in right mind to even say. I mean, I didn't know she was like a crazy person. I mean, she had, she had episodes of little things, but I ain't never think she was crazy. Anybody in their right mind can tell this girl right here got some type of issue within herself. You can look at her how she was in court. This guy right here never thought. He knew she was crazy, like I said before, but he didn't think she was crazy enough to hurt his child. On again, off again, and she's still living with you. How you think that's going to fare? Once you break a relationship with somebody, you shouldn't even be in the house with them a lot of times, because once you're trying to get away from people, a lot of times is when crazy stuff happens. For all we know, and I'm anxious to know if the lease was about to get up and she ain't have nowhere to go. And he told her she ain't going with him again. Because remember, he said about a year. So the lease probably almost up. And he like, yo, we going our separate ways. She's upset about it. She probably sat there, lying, waited, and then attacked this child, which I think she did because she said she did it out of what? Spite. You think about something. This guy ignored signs that she would do something, and I'm more than sure they was present time after time after time. He was on the phone with 911. She like, don't call the ambulance. She started blacking out. He sound like he's scared. I know. I'm just trying to get you help. I know. And then you're going to get in front of these people after your daughter's dead and not exhibit any responsibility. I'm not feeling that. Same thing for the mom. I didn't know this woman and she killed my kid. You think a woman gonna be nice to you because you're a mother? They're not. The world is vicious. You should have went and seen this. I don't know anybody, and like this is why I'm saying this, I don't know anybody that would have their child around someone of the opposite sex in a relationship with who you used to be with and not make your presence known. Yeah, I'm her mother. Hey, how are you? This and that. And get a feel for the people that are around your kid. This whole thing makes no sense to me, man. I think the dude is lying. In fact, I'm more than sure he's lying because the phone call, his 911 call showed it. After that shit, she would have got out. I don't give a damn if she got to sleep on the street. You are a threat to me and my baby. I have a structured life where I have this child a certain amount of times during the week. I'll pay a babysitter rather than deal with this type of stuff. See, it's something when somebody's crazy or not, and they're with somebody that brings them together, whether there are signs that they ignore or just, don't think about. This is a terrible thing, and the only person that suffered was the child. She killed this child. Says she wrote letters all on the floor, put knives all around the baby after she killed the baby, and then wrote blood in the baby's blood on the wall. This is what you get for effing with people. They didn't put that in this last story and last news article. It's a lot to this. It's messed up. You sat there. This woman sat there. All right, bye. Say bye to daddy, knowing you was going to kill that child. And the way they're saying it is, she killed the baby almost right before he got home. So all them letters on the floor and all this other stuff she was doing all of that prepping stuff, I guess, before she took the life of the child. She was staging a scene of how vengeful she can be and how she gonna teach him a lesson. You attacked the fucking baby that you were supposed to care for because you don't like the situation between you and the dad, and the baby paid the price for it. No excuse. Anytime you kill kids or anything like this, it should be a federal offense resulting in your death because you destroyed a future generation that was under your care and you didn't do your job as a babysitter, caretaker, parent, etc., etc. It's bullshit. The laws need to change. This is crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? I think it's fault on all parts. I'm not going to have my daughter around a new man living in my ex-wife's house. You know what I'm saying? And I bring my daughter over there once in a while and never met this dude. Leave me a comment, man. Tell me what y'all think. I think it's fault on all sides except for the side of the little baby. May she rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Journey Ross, she didn't deserve that, and it's just messed up. Another thing is, this woman don't deserve jail time. She deserves to be put in the dirt right now, showing the flowers. Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. In the comment section, leave me a comment. Y'all think, I mean, come on, what I said made sense. Damn, you know what I'm saying? This right here,